All right, so we're on part 3, contacting a shipper, getting past the gatekeeper. What is a gatekeeper? A gatekeeper is a person who answers the phone at a shipper's office. This is the person you need to make friends with. And here's a tip. Try to make them laugh. Ask them how their day is going. This person who you will be, this is the person who will be providing you emails or phone numbers to the person you need to contact about brokering freight. After you get past the gatekeeper, they will do one of 3 things. Either provide you an email to a person, normally a logistics coordinator, you need to contact, transfer your call to a person you need to speak to, or provide an email of the person you need to contact. Either way, your initial point of contact should only be an introduction about your business. After your initial point of contact, usually the rule of thumb is to allow the person 1 to 3 business days until you do a follow-up call. On this follow-up call, you want to reintroduce yourself and ask them about their needs and wants. You can even ask what they look for in a broker. Truly listen to their needs and wants and think of ways you can help their company. Majority of the time, their biggest problem will be the cost of shipping. After you do your follow-up call, send an email. You can send an email saying how great it was to speak to them, include a 1-page overview about your company, also include a couple of ways you can solve their problems and accommodate their needs and wants. Things to keep in mind. 1, you won't get a shipper's attention in business on the first phone call. It takes sometimes up to 7 to 8 points of contact for them to gain interest in your brokerage. 2, a quicker way to get the shipper's attention is to ask for their hardest lanes that they need freight moved in. The majority of the time, this will be a multi-lane shipment. 3, be able to articulate your services in a way a shipper appreciates your service. 4, never overpromise and underdeliver. Biggest mistake you can make with a shipper. 5, the service you provide may not be for everyone. When speaking to shippers, always keep in mind, what is your service? How does it relate to your customers' needs and desires? What's wrong with my reading? All right. We'll go ahead and go forward. How to rate lanes and freight. Once you and your shipper have gone into contract with one another, they will start sending you their orders for freight that needs to be shipped. Once you have received this, you still want to call and collect more information on the freight that may not be on the order. For an example, shipping instructions. After you have collected all the information, it is time to provide a quote to the shipper. There will be times the shipper will call and not email and wants you to build a quote in minutes and send it to them. Knowing how to price quickly will be the key to keeping a shipper. Giving shippers price quotes can be scary, but there are tools to help. Your major load board can help you rate lanes just by inputting the correct information. When rating lanes and freight, it's all based on the lane itself, origin, or going from and to and from. Fuel costs, accessorial charges, equipment required, team drivers versus no team drivers, weight and dimensions. There are several ways you can rate a lane. 1, you can use the load board that has built-in rating tools to help you rate the lane your client's freight will be transported in. 2, rates are ultimately determined by supply and demand. The rate is calculated as a ratio between trucks and loads in any given area or lane. With knowing this, to help you find a rate, you can post it on a load board and get detailed information on how much carriers would need to haul the freight you need shipped. in the lane you need it moved in. 3, studying lane analytics. This will help you tremendously when it comes to rating lanes and freight. I recommend you get on the load board and start studying what different lanes have gone for in the past 15 to 30 days. Things to think about. What is your percentage you're taking out? What is the shipper's budget? How fast does the shipper want the freight moved? That will make your rate go up. When your percentage is taken out, is there still room for profit for the carrier? What is your business credit like? Ways to pay yourself. How you pay yourself is up to you. A typical broker will take 10 to 30% out of the rate the shipper is paying and give the rest to the carrier. You can also pay yourself a flat rate. This is up to you and the business model you want to have. I'm going to stop this one right here because I want how carriers get paid to be specific. Be right back.